haven't seen a good Michael Meyers prop in a while. So what is happening, everybody? This is GemmyBonez, back at it again with another video. And today I wanted to start a new series. It's going to be called the Never Have I Seen in a While series. A series where we talk about certain animatronics, certain props, and possibly certain inflatables that I just have not seen a good version of in a while. And what I'm going to be doing through this series is pointing out what I mean by I haven't seen in a while. And as somebody who loves animatronics and Halloween and Christmas props, I have to say that I've seen a lot of licensed characters, animatronics, inflatables, but there are just certain pieces of artwork out there from these companies that just can't live up to the potential that originally existed back in the early 2000s. And what do I mean by that? Well, I always see this normally with licensed characters. And with these licensed characters, I can never ever just seem to get over the fact that I haven't seen a good piece of artwork, I guess you could say, or a good piece of work by these companies that look good, real, and are affordable in a while. And the biggest name that stands out to me, beyond all the other types of licensed characters, here as of recently as well, is Michael Meyers. This Michael Meyers subject is a toughie, because we haven't seen a good Michael Meyers since around 2009 to 2010, back when Gemmy released their life-size Michael Meyers props, which came in two different kinds of forms, the Rob Zombie and the H2O version. Both, by the way, were absolutely stunning types of animatronics, with full body movement, arm movement, eye, and head movement. Along with that, we had the amazing sound effect of the breathing in the background, and with the amazing Halloween theme song playing as Michael Meyers would move his head and move his arm up and down while twisting his body a bit to the left. But never have I ever seen a good Michael Meyers since then. And what do I mean by that? I just have not seen one that lives up to that potential. There's been one or two that have kind of gotten a little close, but nothing compared to that one. So this is what I'm talking about. I'm talking about all the Michael Meyers after this one. Gemmy set the record real high for best Michael Meyers animatronic probably made. And other companies have tried to take swings at this animatronic, but have failed, in my opinion, very miserably. Some kind of impressive, others not so much. So as you know, there have been about 5 to 4 different kinds of new Michael Meyers props. If you're counting the past ones, 4. If you're counting the new ones, 5. These animatronics, I would say, had potential, but just didn't get the love and appreciation it deserved by the companies. And one of the good examples would be from Morbid. So, I wanted to go by this list of animatronics that were given to the public by these companies. Number 1, the Morbid Enterprises Michael Meyers. This animatronic was okay. The detail was very nice on this animatronic, but this animatronic never had any other potential besides the detail. On top of that, the jumpsuit color was very off, and the only thing it did was just moved its arm up and down, with no audio, no background noise of any of the sorts. This thing was just kind of meant to rot in the background. It was kind of Morbid's final stretch before they sadly went out of business and no longer produced animatronics or any kind of prop afterwards. We slowly started seeing the decline, kind of similar to Gemmy with Morbid, and this kind of reflects that, but it is an animatronic prop of Michael Meyers that is still remembered decently well. Along with this, it was very overpriced and just was not worth getting, especially with the fact that it hardly did anything. So sadly, this animatronic prop just did not make the cut for being a good Michael Meyers prop. Number 2, the animatronic Michael Myers sold at Spirit Halloween back in 2018. This Michael Myers animatronic was probably the closest we had to the Gemmy animatronic Michael Myers made back in the early 2000s. This Michael Myers animatronic had potential, but the detail in it was wrong. This animatronic company attempted its very first animatronic, I do believe, and it was Michael Myers. With great movements and a great pose, this Michael Myers was not bad. It flailed its arm back and forth, acting like it was stabbing its victim, while on top of that, singing and playing, I guess you could say, the Michael Myers theme song from Halloween. On top of that, he had a body movement, which is something that we didn't see in a Michael Myers prop since Gemmy back in the early 2000s. On top of that, this animatronic was great height, and it was decently affordable for what you got. My only issue with this animatronic was the detail. It kind of looked more like a mannequin prop, more so than anything. But that does not mean that it was the worst prop out there. This animatronic had a lot of potential and probably looked incredible at night. Some people even tried to go as far as to redesign this animatronic and give it the right proper amount of attention that it needed. At the end of the day, this animatronic was definitely more on the upper tier list, but definitely was not the best one. Number 3, the worst of them all. This is the Gemmy 2020 Michael Myers. The worst animatronic known to the Halloween community. This animatronic did not show any form of promise to the Halloween community when it was first announced. Looking like it came right off the pieces of paper of a toddler's coloring book, this animatronic had no potential. With its face being bland with hardly any detail, eyes so cartoonish that even cartoons themselves would be watching them instead, this cartoon of a Michael Myers just did not make the cut. On top of that, the detail on it was just putrid, with a light blue cotton candy looking jumpsuit, and then on top of that, the poorly designed blood on the hands. On top of that, no movements at all. This animatronic was destined to fail from the moment it got released. This animatronic did not barely sell, I do believe. Some people did buy this animatronic, but others, and many others, did not want this thing even in their sights. This animatronic came with literally nothing but one arm movement that moved up and down and a horrible ringtone sound effect that played for only what seemed like 10 seconds. And this tone, or this music tone that they used for this Michael Myers, was stolen off the Apple iTunes store.
Get into the spirit of Halloween with spooky decor from Gemmy.
Or ringtone, I guess you could say. And they imported it to hopefully make a sale or two. Not to mention the price was very high. Nothing about this Michael Myers made the cut, and nothing about it was worth buying. Number 4. Next, I wanted to talk about the Party City Techie Toys Michael Myers made in 2021. Now, this Michael Myers showed a lot of promise. However, it wasn't always the best when it came to how well what it did, I guess you could say. This Michael Myers animatronic not only had the potential in the looks, with the jumpsuit being almost the perfect color, the face being well detailed, this animatronic only moved its arm up and down as well. It seems like a lot of these animatronics only have that feature, which is sad. I wish these animatronics did more. But this animatronic, while it showed great promise in the detail, it was disappointing to me at least when it came down to the movement system. And all it did was move its arm up and down and had a breathing sound effect with a gentle, slight beat kind of tone to it in the background. Kind of sounding a little intense and sounding a little more, I guess you could say, like he's chasing you. Besides that, this animatronic was not the best, but it was definitely one of the best ones I've seen so far. And definitely earns its second place spot in the higher tier list. I'd say this one goes into third place. Number 5. the last one of them all so far. This is the Gemmy 2022 Michael Meyers remake of their 2020 model. This comes in the number 4 spot, which says a lot because Gemmy has not made an animatronic Michael Meyers for a long time. This animatronic seemed to show quite a bit of potential, but we are still unaware of what it fully does. Now, thanks to Halloween Daily News, we have seen a little bit of a video of what it does. And sadly, it does the same thing as the 2020 model. My only hopes is that this animatronic does sing the original Halloween theme instead of the horrible ringtone theme, and that it is actually worth buying after that. While I'm not a big fan of one single movements, I do love the detail. I do give Gemmy props for taking the time to, I guess you could say, revamp this animatronic. Fixing the eyes, fixing the detail on the mask, and fixing the amazing jumpsuit that we all know and love that Michael wears all the time. This jumpsuit looks a lot more like the H2O version, and also looks more dirty and nasty, and doesn't just look like it came straight out of a box. Besides that, it seems like Gemmy hopefully is stepping up their game this year, and I'm hoping that we'll be able to see something a lot better from this company this year, and let's hope that they learn their lesson from 2020. Maybe one day we'll get to see another Michael Meyers prop almost look identical, if not manage to compete with the early Gemmy 2020, with the early Gemmy 2000s model. Hopefully at some point we'll see Michael Meyers get the love and treatment he deserves. But this is just me saying I haven't seen an animatronic like this in a while series. And I really hope you all did enjoy this video. If you did, please let me know in the comments below. Which model is your favorite? Is it the early Gemmy's model? Is it the new Techie model? Which one is it? Let me know in the comments below. Anyways, you all, I hope you all did enjoy this video. If you did, hit the like and subscribe button for me. I never try to disappoint you all. I always try to upload weekly. But without any further ado, I'm going to go and get out of here. This is GemmyBonez signing out. I will talk to you all in the next video. See ya.